in your lives.
For many are called, but few are chosen. Matthew 22 verse 14. If you're hearing this now, it's not by coincidence. You felt the pull, that quiet ache in your spirit that keeps asking, why me? Why have you been through so much when others seem untouched? Why do you feel both unseen and yet deeply watched over? Stay here, because this message, this story, may be the reason your soul has been restless. By the end of it, you'll understand what it truly means to be God's chosen one. When God chooses someone for a divine path, He rarely starts with comfort. He begins with storms, because only through the storm can faith be proven. If lately, your life has felt stripped, quiet, almost unbearable, it's not punishment. It's preparation. You see, the chosen are not recognized by crowns or applause, but by the weight they've learned to carry in silence. And tonight, we'll journey through one story, a story that mirrors your own, to reveal why the breaking was necessary before the becoming. Keep listening, because what comes next may open something inside you you've long forgotten. Before destiny revealed itself, they lived like everyone else. Working, surviving, hoping that someday all the pieces would make sense. But deep inside, there was always a distance, as if their soul was living in a world their body hadn't yet reached. They prayed, they tried, they obeyed. And still, nothing seemed to move. Doors closed. Friends vanished. The silence grew heavier. Nights stretched into endless hours of wondering, did God forget me? But He hadn't. He was waiting for the exact moment their heart would break open enough to receive Him fully. It started small. A dream that felt too real. A phrase they couldn't shake. The number 7 appearing again and again, like a whisper in the fabric of time. They felt watched, but not by fear. It was as though heaven was leaning close, saying, I am not far. And then, one night, they woke up at 3:33 a.m., heart racing, air thick with something unspoken. A voice within said, it's time. They didn't understand. But from that moment, the ordinary world began to shift. Things that once mattered fell away. People who once fit, no longer did. And in the stillness, a new awareness began to bloom. They were being called out, set apart, for something divine. What happens next, the narrator whispers, will make you rethink the word chosen. Every chosen soul reaches this point, the valley between calling and confirmation. It's where prayers echo back empty. Where God seems quiet, just when you need Him most. They begged for clarity, but all they got was silence. They looked for signs, but the sky stayed still. And in that silence, darkness began to whisper, maybe you imagined it. Maybe you're not chosen at all. But here's what they didn't yet know, the silence was the sign. Because when God is preparing His chosen, He hides Himself, not to punish, but to strengthen their hearing. Only in the quiet can the soul learn to discern His true voice. And yet, just when they almost gave up, something whispered again. Not from outside, but from within. A peace, subtle as breath, filled the room. And it said, you are still mine. Then came the day everything changed. It wasn't a miracle in thunder, but a moment of knowing so deep, the heart couldn't deny it. They realized every rejection had been direction. Every loss, a lesson in disguise. Every lonely night, a divine rehearsal for the glory to come. They looked back and saw the pattern, the hidden hand that had been guiding all along. It had never been random. It had been written. And then, they understood the truth that changes everything. God doesn't choose the perfect. He perfects the chosen. The moment they surrendered, fully, without trying to control, the world around them began to realign. Opportunities appeared. Peace replaced the anxiety. And for the first time, they didn't just believe they were chosen, they knew. If this story touched something in you, it wasn't by accident. You were chosen too. You were never overlooked, only hidden, until the right season. And perhaps, this is that season. When you share this message, you send light forward to someone else who needs this reminder tonight. When you like this video, do it not for me, but to seal this truth in your heart. You are God's chosen one. Soft rain resumes, faint choir, your story isn't over. The next chapter begins soon. And when it does, you'll understand why the waiting was worth it.
The earth, it trembles under fate. The angels watch and hesitate. You are the chosen one, the rising of the sun. The battle has begun, oh chosen one.
Like and subscribe.